Mooncast, here to pleasure your holes with our mouths, your ear holes. I'm Riley. This is Autumn. And so my friend was going to join us today, and I asked him what he wanted to talk about, and he said aliens. So that's why this podcast is called Number 6 Aliens. But he didn't show up. So, yeah. They're green. They don't exist. Like, do you think aliens exist?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. The universe is really big.
That's the biggest argument because, like, if the universe is infinite, then there has to be something else out there, right?
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm not over here like, bro, they're there. They're out there. They're in Area 51. I'm telling you. But, like, I don't really think they exist, but I'm not saying it's impossible. Like,
but if you think about it, every civilization ever has believed in aliens. Going back to the Mayans, like if they have like hieroglyphs of aliens, and then like every religion, it's basically aliens, you know, like angels and demons. Yeah, they're not green. When we think of aliens, we think of green guys on the moon and Mars, but like angels and demons from different worlds, you know, that's aliens. So
yeah, I've been thinking about that. Like, we always imagine those green guys, but why wouldn't they just look like people? I mean, if we look like this, why wouldn't an alien look like this?
And what do you think does that say anything about you if you believe in aliens?
I think it's
like, are you trying to escape something? Is that why you're creating these?
I don't really think so. I don't know, maybe you just have an open mind, or like you're hoping that there's something bigger than us out there.
Maybe. Or maybe you're walking around in the desert and the government abducts you and puts you on a ton of LSD. And that's why you see aliens, because you live in Roswell and the government kidnaps you.
I do know that, like...
Oh, Joe Rogan asked Bernie Sanders that if he found out if aliens were real, if he'd tell people. And then it was like on the news all over the next day. Bernie's going to tell us about the aliens.
Like, I can't give you a specific example, but I know whenever we're at, like, Grandpa's house and he's watching Ancient Aliens or something, after I leave there, I'm like, you know, maybe. Like, they're just so good at convincing you, and they, like, take this evidence that probably doesn't really mean anything, but they twist it, right? So you start to think, like, oh, yeah.
Dude, you know that one guy with the big hair?
No.
On Ancient Aliens? Like, that's why I watch Ancient Aliens. Like... Like, you're like, okay, this is bullcrap. This is bullcrap. Wait, that guy, like that guy's hair. This guy with an afro and...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
I definitely
It's weird, man.
I don't think they have, like, aliens in Area 51, like, you know, live aliens in cages or anything like that. Maybe they have, like, a weird skull.
Bigfoot?
No, like a weird skull, or like, I don't know, some stone tablet with a weird message on it.
What if we are the aliens, huh? You ever think about that?
Like Canadians?
No, not illegal aliens. Like we are the aliens. Like, maybe because we're so different than any other animal, we're not like there's a very big distinction between like us and other animals. So in a sense, we probably aren't from another planet, but like if something was, we would be.
I think there's theories that like we used to live on Mars, and then like Adam and Eve were sent here because we like ruined Mars, and now like we populated the Earth.
Whose theory is that?
Some guy on
ayahuasca.
Sure. Some guy in his parents' basement. Hi.
Yep.
I watched a video on YouTube that was like, what would happen if 1 million people really did invade Area 51? And like, I never thought about this, but like, it's actually really hard to get out there. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but it talked about how like the nearest airport is LAX, and then it's like several hours drive on all these back roads and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what I was expecting, that's kind of obvious, but I guess
Yeah.
I never really thought about it. And then apparently, like, the lab isn't just right up against the fence, there's like tons of just open land between the outer fence and like the lab. So like you really can't get in there as easily as you would think.
Now I think about things, Autumn. Like, why is there no B sharp? In music?
I don't know.
That drives me the most mad ever. Because if you look at like a guitar, like the notes, every note except E and B have a sharp or a flat. But B doesn't. But the thing is, it's the same distance from like B to C as it is like for a sharp. So like why isn't C just B sharp and then C sharp would be C and it'd just be rewritten like that? Like, because is there something that makes a sharp, or is it just that it's like the next note? I think
it's just the next note.
Because why would B just not have a sharp?
I don't know.
These are the things I think about, Autumn. There's no water in this.
Do you want some?
Yeah. Okay, 6 minutes. That's good. That's a good start.
Only 6?
Yeah, it's been 6
I was
minutes.
talking for like 12 minutes.
Time has slowed down.
It's so hard to talk for an hour.
Because we're in a dream. Maybe that's it. We've been incepted. What else? Oh, so the "Don't Tread on Me" flag with the snake? It's like a redneck, like American thing, like "Don't tread on me," and it's got a picture of a snake, and snake's usually in front of like the flag of Virginia or something, or like the American flag. And so, it's supposed to be like, I'm American, don't step on my rights. But the American mascot is an eagle. Okay? Yeah. Okay. The American eagle. What do eagles eat? I'll tell you what, rattlesnakes. So basically, if you're a "Don't tread on me" guy, you're the prey of America. I just thought that symbolism was really funny. And those are the things I think about, Autumn. School's coming up. School.
Yep. Our first day back, we're doing a back-to-school bash.
I heard that. It's not like a real day. It's not classes. It's like a free day. And then it's like, why do I have to be here?
Yeah.
Because you're going to sit in the gym for 4 hours.
We're going to be out on the field a lot, which last time we were stuck out there, it was very hot.
Everyone's going to get sunburns.
Mm-hmm. We were out there for like 4 hours after our PSATs, and that was awful. And we're going to be there till 1:30, which I think some of it's inside, but I would guess most of it's outside. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a long time. And yeah, I think I'd rather just like go to all our classes and do all the welcome and here's my rules shit. Because like, I don't want to be there for like.
Hi, my name's Autumn. My favorite color's green. What I did last summer was. And you have to do that in every class. Mm-hmm. I'm already feeling the freedom of college because college starts 2 weeks after your high school. So it's like great. Mm-hmm. And my classes are from 11 to like 4:30.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. Sleep in.
Mm-hmm. I'm not like dreading this school year though. Like I'm not excited for it, but I'm pretty neutral, like it's going to happen. It's going to be okay, know, which is good, I guess. Except I do have a couple issues with my classes because I wanted Spanish and I didn't want bio, but I got bio and I didn't get Spanish. So, but other than that, it's pretty good.
What's that word?
Strict.
Okay. there's this post on like Reddit and stuff and Instagram, and it's like, parents, like strict parents, don't teach you how to behave. They just teach you how to lie good and
Yeah.
and sneak in and sneak out and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, that's true. Because think about like the Christian kid, you know, they don't turn out well, most of them.
You know, your stereotypical pastor's daughter.
Oh yeah, the pastor's daughter or the principal's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I've been thinking about like how parents are less strict with younger kids because, you know, like Connor can watch The Simpsons and like
That was banned in our house. Like when I was.
I used to think it was awful because like I'd never seen it. And I remember even like Rugrats or Courage the Cowardly Dog I couldn't watch. And now I'm just like Connor can watch all that stuff. I remember one time we were at our grandma's house and Zoe 101 is on, which was a Nickelodeon show. And it's so like it's clean, right? And I remember I was little, I don't know, somewhere between like 7 and 10 or some shit like that. And Dad said something about like how he didn't want me to watch that. I think because like they were dating or something. And I'm like, Dad, really? And I don't know if it's just, I think it's partly because he's, you know, younger, things have just changed. And
well,
like,
it's a cycle. Everyone goes through this. Like, they'd be saying this in the 70s, you know, like, oh, back in the good old 60 days, but we were tougher on our kids.
I don't think, like, the things like, you know, how The Simpsons has drinking in it, and I think that was the biggest argument for why it's bad. I think it's just not as taboo to, like, let your kids see a cartoon character drinking nowadays.
Well, it's just that I feel like The Simpsons is so good, and because of, like, envelope pushing, you know, because of what The Simpsons did, they're way worse shows. Like, Simpsons is so compared in that light, Simpsons is, like, really good. Like, it seems really, really PG now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And that's our whole outline in 12 minutes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to think of stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. And, like, you talk so fast, and you get through a lot of, you know, content really quickly.
Mm-hmm. You just need a thing of, like, how to expound upon things.
Mm-hmm. We've seen a lot of good movies recently. The two I've been thinking a lot about are like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and we watched This Is the End the other night, which is so good. And so like I've been having to kind of try and rethink like the order of my favorite movies because those two definitely make it in like the top 10, maybe even like the top 5. But then I have to like switch other things around, you know.
You're kind of in the wrong mindset. Like, you don't need to have a favorite movie. It's like, this movie's good and this movie's good. Mm-hmm. You know? You don't have to be like, but which one's my favorite? Like, and like, go through with, take out your notebook, rewatch it again, have a point system. Okay, this is a 9.9, but this is 9.8. Just, no, man, I like this movie, and I like this movie, and I like this movie.
Yeah, but it's fun for me to think about. Like,
it is fun, and like, I guess it's something to talk about, you know, what's your favorite movie, you know, or...
And it's really hard to compare, like, a serious movie, like, say, Pulp Fiction, and a comedy, like,
This
The Interview.
Yeah.
Or, that. Because they're just so different, and there's not really much basis to compare them on.
We need better lighting, by the way. But...
I think this is fine.
Okay.
I don't know. Can't really see John back there. I'll move him.
What? Okay. What else? Nothing.
This thing is very heavy.
You don't need to move that. I'm not wearing a shirt today. I opted for my X-Men shirt.
Oh, I was like, right, you are wearing a shirt.
Not a shirt brand shirt, which I'm so lazy. I just haven't been working on. I'm trying to get a website up, but I haven't worked on that in months.
You're trying to, or like you want to try to?
I want to try to.
Okay.
Like, I started making a website and then I just stopped because it's summer. Yep.
Mm-hmm. else?
What else? I got a statistic for you. It's actually a Carlin quote. But think of how dumb the average person is. Okay?
Okay.
Now 50% of people are stupider than that.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess so, because
The average person, yeah.
I never really thought about that. That's like really dumb.
Yeah.
Because, wow.
What else?
I need a job.
You need a job?
I keep spending all my money.
You should sell shirt brand shirts.
Okay. Like, it's not that I spend a lot of money. It's just that I don't have much money to start with, you know? So even like $10 is kind of a lot for me. Because I just bought The Interview and This Is the End as a double feature. I bought a new poster.
Making more money doesn't help you, though, because then you just spend more. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You have to get into a mindset of, like, saving your money.
But I like stuff.
You like stuff.
But no, when I cashed in those coins, you know, and got an Amazon gift card, I used that to buy myself a Scoops Ahoy shirt.
Oh.
And it's on its way.
Very nice.
Last I saw it was going through customs in San Diego because it's coming from China. So hopefully it's okay. So yeah, I practically got that for free, which was very nice.
You practically didn't. You bought it with real money.
Yeah, but they were coins that were sitting in my closet for like 3 years. So it's not like I wasn't in a mindset where I really had those because it's not like they were really there for me to spend when it's just a bunch of coins. So I don't really feel like I'm out of money. I just have the same amount I did before. It's
like when you put your pants on and there's already $5 in there because they went through the wash and you forgot. That's great. That's one of the best feelings in the world.
Dude, at the end of last school year, because I had a bunch of money like in my book bag or my pencil case, you know, just kind of spread out. And so like halfway through the summer, I'm like, I should clean all this shit out. And I found like $50. And I'm like, all right.
Oh, right. What'd you spend with that $50?
Probably posters, honestly.
Posters.
Or like this sweatshirt, because spent too much money on it, but it's my favorite sweatshirt. It's my Pulp Fiction one. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. Dude, there's no such thing as like past and future, or there's like no present.
I don't really think there's a present because when you think about it, even like
the moment is eternally like coming and
almost,
going.
Like even
it's always coming and going.
Is like not even like the present, you know what I mean? Because
the second
it's the literal
goes by
right there. Like you can't like really stop it. Like even a second isn't like the present moment because the second has like thousands of milliseconds or something like that.
So right onto the millisecond even. But so that's one way of thinking about it. Or the other way is that there's no present, there's no past and future. Those are just like mental things. Like the only thing that's in the past is memories, and the only thing that's in the future is anticipation. But you can only live in the present. Like all your sensation and sensory input is happening in the present, you know.
I don't think time as a concept really exists.
As a concept, it does.
Well, but like time,
a man-made concept, but not innate.
Because like when you think about it, there's literally only like the present moment. 2:00 doesn't really exist because 2:00 to you is like 6:00 to someone else. Because
I guess if they change their clock, you mean time zones?
Yeah, like time zones.
I mean, we made up the dates, like the word for the dates and stuff, but I mean, that day is that, 10 days ago is 10 days ago. So it is kind of, I mean, on one hand, like it's a human invention, like, but it does exist because, like, if you say, "Hey, we're gonna meet here at 4:30," he'll show up at 4:30. So
Unless if you're Keith, then you don't show up.
yeah, Keith, not making my podcast. What else? How's your malic acid experience?
That was fine.
That you like?
It was fun.
It was bad. It tastes really bad.
I mean, it tasted bad, but it was a fun experience.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fun because it was like
Luke,
so bad.
You left this here. Yeah.
What else? Again. What else?
Just looking around for anything. Pull your
weight, Autumn.
What did you forget? And I don't know who that is.
Oh, what else? Summer's almost gone. It's like a melancholy feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, not for me.
Like,
Because I have 2 weeks left.
like summer vacation or like the season itself?
Both. Because, like,
Because like I don't miss the season itself because it's hot and like, you know, I like fall coming. But I don't like summer vacation ending because then I have to go back to school.
yeah. Like, Sunday is always a bummer day. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, because you're always just
It's
thinking
the
that
weekend.
tomorrow's Monday.
But yeah, you're just like, well, I gotta go to school tomorrow.
Like, you're
and
not
work.
focusing on having, you know, that day, Sunday off. You're just thinking about how you have to go to bed early because tomorrow you have to get up.
That's why you gotta live in the moment, man. So yeah, what else?
Who is that?
I don't know. Yeah, aliens are cool, but they don't exist. What else? I've been listening to a lot of Russell Brand.
Okay.
And you know Russell Brand, he's like, I'm Russell Brand, but like so like 5 years ago, Russell Brand was like in a bunch of movies, or 10 years ago, and he did a lot of drugs, but now he like went to rehab, and I don't know if you've seen his YouTube channel, but he's got like a big man bun and a big beard, and he's like spiritual and philosophical, and he has these philosophical videos, and he talks about love everybody, and it's just so great. Like, he's like very Buddhist. It's great.
Kevin Smith posted a post today about how like he was, you know, walking in some, you know, he was hiking around and some like teenager was wearing a clerk's
I saw
hat.
that.
Yeah. So he's like, "Hey kid," and the kid, or he said, "I like your hat," and the kid's like, "Thanks," and doesn't look up. And Kevin Smith stood there for like a whole minute waiting for him to look up, and the kid never does. So Kevin Smith walks away, and I was like, if I was that kid, I'd lose my shit if I read that and was like, God damn.
Yeah. Oh, Luke's definitely a person.
Okay.
What else?
What else, Riley?
What else, Autumn?
Magnets.
No. Dude, I always think about things that like are dangerous that nobody just cares about anymore. Like cell phone radiation. I feel like that was a big thing when cell phones came out, but now nobody cares.
Well, do they still have like radiation?
Yeah, they're radiating all the
I don't
time.
know. I also know microwave radiation is like a big thing.
Oh yeah, microwave radiation. And plastic bottles. You can get like
I've been trying to use less plastic
microplastic. Well, yeah, you know.
Mainly because I heard it can give you breast cancer. And I was like, your girl ain't trying to get none of that. So
Guys can get breast cancer too.
I know. But I know that's mainly like if you just leave it in a hot car or something, but I don't care. I still drink out of plastic bottles. I just try not to as much.
I try to use this reusable bottle, but someone gave me a plastic bottle. And it was you.
Yeah.
So thanks for the breast cancer.
You're welcome. I wouldn't want you to lose all that hair, though. That's
No. What else? Speaking of hair, like, we've talked about this before, but like male pattern baldness,
Mm-hmm.
like, I think, like, if I had male pattern baldness, I think I'd just shave it off. The rest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't want to hold on. You don't want to be a clinger. That's bad.
And it doesn't look good.
No, looking like George Costanza up in here? No. I feel like it'd be better to have like a bald spot in the back than the bald from the front.
Yeah.
Again, the bald spot would get me. I could be like, okay, I can see it. I can confront it. If it's behind me, I'd always be like, oh, is anyone looking at my bald spot? But most people would want it in the back because then they wouldn't have to think about it.
Could pull a King Trident and wear your crown to cover your bald spot. Yeah.
What else? Dude, do you ever just think like Halley's Comet's gonna be here in like 50 years?
Not really.
I think about that sometimes. Like, bro, in 50 years, Halley's Comet's coming. I think it's 50 years. Let me look it up. I don't know. It's just cool because that's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Like, it comes around every 75 years. 2061, Halley's Comet returns.
51. 42, I think, years. I don't know. Math isn't my subject, guys.
Math isn't America's subject. Like, America's so bad at math.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's why we have calculators, ladies and gents.
That's why we need Bernie Sanders to make tuition free. Give us some health care.
So, like, whenever people ask me what I want to do now, I'm pretty much just saying I want to join the circus. Because, like, you know, I'm not really...
I want you to stop asking me what I'm going to do.
So, you know, but what if I actually did join the circus? You know, like, I'm saying it as a joke, right? So what if everyone, like, thinks it's a joke, and then I actually join the circus?
That's funny. Yep. What would you do in the circus?
I'd be a lion tamer, of course. No, I think being, like, an acrobat or one of those people who, like, gets into ribbons would be really fun.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Do you believe in, like, forcing kids to take PE every day?
PE?
Mm-hmm. Because here's the thing. I know, like, exercise is important, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, it keeps you healthy. But I feel like people put a little too much emphasis on it. They're always like, exercise! You have to work out 60 minutes every day. Keep you, like, sturdy. And I'm like, bro, calm down.
I gotta get my pre-workout shake, my workout shake, and my post-workout shake.
Gotta warm up.
That creatine, that protein, the creatine protein powder. Gotta do my biceps and triceps today, and then my quads and my hams tomorrow.
Especially since, like,
Never skip leg day, bro.
I hear running
Core,
is, like,
abs,
really bad
your
for you.
abdominals.
So I'm like, you know, like, I can imagine that. Like, wouldn't running be really bad on your joints? And they say it is. So,
Dude, like, you don't just run in the wild. Like, running is only for, like, if a bear is after you or something, you know? It's like an adrenaline. You don't just... I feel like you shouldn't just run all the time, you know? Like, it's...
You gotta just walk.
Mhm.
It keeps you active.
Walk.
But because you think running, you're actually like jumping like a lot, really.
Mhm.
Like not necessarily jumping, but it's putting
No,
that
you are,
same
like,
sort
jumping,
of
yeah.
pressure on your like knees and stuff, and that's not good.
No.
And then I hate dodgeball with a passion. Like, first off, when we were playing Ultimate Frisbee this year, I got hit in the face with a Frisbee and my nose bled a lot. And now, like, I don't like things flying at me.
No.
And I'm seriously, like, if somebody's throwing a dodgeball, like, across the gym, I'm still, like, I flinch. And, like, because I don't like things being thrown at me, and especially in my face.
Thing is, like, if you don't enjoy PE, then you're not gonna exercise once you get out of high school.
No, it makes me, I'm very bitter towards exercising.
So we need a way to, like, incentivize exercising,
Mm-hmm.
Because right now exercise is a punishment to, like, most people's mindset.
Some people love PE, and so I think it should be like an elective, or I know some schools only make you take 2 years of it, which I think would be a lot more reasonable. But I think it's like a Illinois law, though, so it's not just our school.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, like, it's still a big thing. Like, you gotta take PE and, like, exercise. And it's stupid.
Yeah. My friend from Finland, he really likes sports and stuff, but he, like, hated our PE. Like, he really hated it with a passion. Because you just, like, they force, in Finland, I guess they don't force you. Like, you can play soccer or you can walk.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, but here you had to, like, do this, like, exercise, and he just hated it.
Well,
and, like, the people, like, if they didn't want to exercise, like, half the class just wouldn't exercise. And they just get Fs, but they didn't care because it was such a small, like, amount of their grade. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think I use the bathroom a lot more than, like, normal.
I have been, but that's because I've been drinking a shit ton of water.
I drink way too much water, I feel
great now because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Except when I get back to school and, like, here's the thing. I don't like asking teachers to go to the bathroom because, like, I understand you got to keep track of the students, but I don't believe in asking a person for, like, to go to the bathroom. So I try to not do that. And I, like, go in between my classes. But because you only have so long and maybe you have to, like, get stuff from your locker, like, there were only certain times I could go in, like, my schedule, and I would pass it and have time, so...
It's so stupid because there's not enough time between classes because you get, like, 4 minutes. Mm-hmm. But if you don't, then the teachers will be, and you ask, hey, can I use the bathroom? Teachers will be like, why didn't you use it in between classes?
Teachers always go in between classes and they get back to class late.
Yeah.
I remember our school at some point, because, a bunch of kids were, like, dueling in the bathrooms and stuff. They did a rule where, like, I think teachers weren't supposed to let you go in the middle of class and you had to go in between. So I go in there at one of my, like, normal times to go. It was between 3rd and 4th hour, and it was packed, and there was a line. And so, like, normally there's only time for you to go in and get out, like, as quick as you can. There's no time to wait in a line. So, like, if you had to wait in a line, you're going to be late to class.
The downstairs bathroom by the lunchroom locked all sophomore year because people were ripping bongs in there.
Yeah, and at some point this year, they decided to lock them the entire, like, all day except during lunches. So then you couldn't use them. And you had to go to, like, the ones upstairs. And that makes them more crowded, and you have to wait longer, and it's a whole thing.
Dude, went down a Wikipedia rabbit hole. Turns out, in, like, Europe, there are female urinals.
I don't understand how it would work.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but...
It'd have to be, like, very low. Looks like a toilet, just, like, front. Looks just like a toilet, but front. I don't know.
It looks like a urinal, but it's kind of, like, out more. Yeah,
I
that's weird, but
because here's the thing: if you're a boy, you don't like have to put your pants all the way down. You know, just like whip it out. Like when you're a girl, you know, like you have to like all the way down. So it like
yeah.
there's not the same sense of like privacy.
Dude, I saw this picture of like a toilet stall, and it's probably in Europe again too. But you know how American toilet stalls, they only go like this much down, but in Europe, like the door goes all the way to the floor, and then there's no like cracks in the side, and they're like, this is how a stall should be. Some guy could just crawl under or peep through.
Yeah, I hate like toilet stalls where like if it's not locked, it's still closed. So you can't tell for sure if like, you know, it's closed and locked or if it's just like shut because that's how it is. So you have to kind of like push on it a little bit. But then if a person's in there, it's like, hey, and you're like, you know.
I hate using the stall in school because then you always hear people go, hey, who's in there? And they try to, you see people looking down at your shoes, at least in the boys' stall.
That doesn't happen to the girls.
No, everyone's like, hey, who's in there? And then they'll look down under and to look at your shoes to try to see if they know what your shoes look like.
That doesn't happen in the girls.
And you're like, oh God, it's Riley. Oh, hey Riley, what's up?
I hate like when you're in the girls but then like the door opens or something and you hear like some boys outside, but it kind of sounds like they're there, and all of a sudden you're having a crisis. Like, I am in the girls, right? Like, is that just me?
No, every time I walk into a bathroom, I'm like, is this the boys? I must see a urinal, like getting run to the urinals.
I'm like, I come in this bathroom every single day, right? And I know the boys probably faces like the opposite direction, but I'm still like, am I? Yeah, I'm gonna grab some more coffee.
Okay. What else? Give me like something to think about before you leave. No? Okay.
No.
What else? What else? Yeah. So podcasting, kind of hard because like you just have to like thinking of things for an hour. It's kind of hard. I mean, I guess I could just generation of ideas like on the spot is really hard. So that was fast.
I'm quick.
Yep. What else?
You know, November 5th from V
for
Vendetta? That should be a holiday. Like V-Day. Like, I've decided that this year I'm going to celebrate it like a holiday.
Yeah, I watch that movie every year on the 5th of November.
Like, I think it was like early June, I was like, I kind of feel like watching this. And then I was like, no. I will wait for November 5th. So it's like, you know, because I don't want to have watched it too recently. And then, you know, it doesn't have the same impact. So I'm like, I must wait.
Yeah. Remember, the 5th of November.
I love V's personality. Like, he's just so theatrical. You're like, what a cool dude.
And then he has knives and he'll fucking slice you up. Shusha. Everybody's talking about Bruce Lee in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and how he was like an asshole. But like, and that's not how Bruce was in real life, because he was like all philosophical and he's like the martial arts code, you know, like you don't look for fights, you know. But in this, he was like looking for fights and being cocky. And I don't know, it's a movie, you know, and I think it was really funny.
Yeah, I found it funny, and it definitely didn't make me think like, oh, Bruce Lee's an asshole. I just thought like, oh, hey, a little funny thing, Bruce Lee. Like
a what if moment, because everyone's like sucking Bruce Lee off, like, you know. So
everyone has their asshole moments.
Well, the thing is, I think maybe Tarantino's trying to say that like he was an actor though, you know. Like he was in Hollywood too. He wasn't just a martial artist. He was an actor. So,
Mhm.
and then just to show how like good Brad Pitt's character was at fighting, too. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
40 minutes.
Dude, I got lost in that clock. Like I can hear the
What?
clock ticking. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's very loud. Which, like, when I do notice it's loud. The thing is, I think I'm just so used to it that most of the time, like I don't notice it.
It's just when like nothing else is happening. Like if I'm engaged in something else, like a conversation, then I won't notice it. But if nothing else is happening, like I was just thinking like I'm in a movie right now. You know how sometimes they use that for suspense in a movie, a clock ticking? Like I think maybe I saw it in like a Batman cartoon once or something, like tick, tick. Like, and I was like, whoa, like that's so cool. Sometimes just hearing the clock ticking. Yeah.
It's kind of the hour hand will be kind of like before the hour that it is. But if I, like move it, then it's like halfway before the other one. So like there's no way to like fix it.
Dude, Rolex, did you know that Rolexes, like the most premium watch brand, are always like 5 minutes behind?
Really?
Like you wind it up and then like a couple of days pass and they'll just be 5 minutes behind.
Wow.
Like I heard that on like Joe Rogan and he said he brought it to like a guy to fix it and he was like, oh, you just gotta wind it back. Like it always does that. But I guess like something in the gears, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe they're just off a tiny bit so they wind down, like maybe they're off like a millisecond. But like, why wouldn't they fix that?
Yeah.
You'd think Rolex would fix that, but that's just how they are.
I mean, obviously, if like other watches don't have that issue, it's possible to like fix that. So, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yep. What else? What else? What else, Autumn?
Let's see. Keep looking back at this as if more words appeared.
Yeah, it's like I have things to say, but I don't want to say them at this moment. Like I have stories, and I will tell you them later, and they're good stories. But they are embarrassing to other parties, and I should not say them, on YouTube.
That's another thing. Like, even though on here I feel pretty like free, to speak how I want, there's still like limitations. You can't just say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Especially at this age, I feel like.
At this age too, because you can get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You can get in trouble with the law, or with your school.
That's why, like, on the episode where John and Marley came, which I think got deleted, so if you didn't see it live, sorry you missed it.
I did not delete that, by the way. I think, were we running on a hotspot that day?
I don't know. YouTube screwed up somehow or something. Anywho, they were talking about, like, school, right? But I couldn't really say anything negative, even though I have a lot of negative things to say.
No, just say some.
I'm still in school.
Say some general concepts that you don't like about school.
No, because it's mainly like specific teachers or like people. So, like general concepts, like how I don't agree with PE, I could say something like that.
I wrote a PE, so I guess I didn't have my clothes one day, my PE uniform, and so I had to go to the library and write a paper. And so, and instead, because that's how our school does it, and I wrote a paper on why a kid shouldn't have to do PE. She never read it though, because I found my PE clothes before, like, I guess before the end of the hour or something. Or like it wasn't my fault. Like someone put my PE clothes in the rental bin. Like, as I looked through the rental bin, because she was like, okay, rent some, So basically, if you forget your PE clothes, you can pay like 50 cents and you can, like, she has rental clothes you can wear. I was digging through there and I found my clothes. So that was crazy. But, yeah.
Yep. I have a new PE teacher this year. So
Ah.
hopefully they're cool,
Dude, it always seems like new teachers are horrible.
Yeah.
And some of them
because
are.
They feel like they're under probation, Like, not necessarily, but they feel like they have to follow the rules and make sure the students are on task because they're, like, under scrutiny because they're new. Like, I remember Mrs. Poole, she was new, I think, last year. And they did that new rule where, like, you have to have a pass to go anywhere and you weren't supposed to go to the library if you were just going there to, like, chill. And so, like, somebody asked, no, it was the bathroom thing. Somebody asked to go to the bathroom, and she was like, well, I'm really not supposed to let you. And they're like, come on, man. Like, I gotta piss. And she's like, well, like, I want to, except, like, I'm the new teacher. So, I don't have room to, like, break the rules in a way like McMahon could sometimes. Like, she'd still just let you go because, like, hey, if a person's got pissed, they got pissed. Like, I gotta go either way. Do you really want it to be in your classroom?
I was watching this repo show where they repoed cars, and this guy came in angry that his car got repoed, and he pissed on the carpet of the repo, like, garage office. Yep. What else? Oh, now that you said something about pissing, now I have to piss.
Okay.
What
What should I talk about?
I don't know, but I can't hold it.
Okay.
Talk about the devil.
What a bad dude. I don't know. In This Is the End, the devil had like 7 heads. Oh, it was funny. In This Is the End, which I don't know if anyone would have seen that or not, but Jonah Hill at some point, he's like, I hate Jay. God, he was like praying God. He's like, God, I just hate Jay so much. Will you, like, please kill him? Because it was the apocalypse, I guess. And so then this, like, weird demon cat thing shows up, and you only see its eyes, for, like, suspense. And then it disappears, and, I got sidetracked. I get distracted very easily. So it, like, disappears, right? And you're supposed to kind of assume it went in Jonah, but then you don't really know because he just wakes up and you're like, oh, it was a dream. And then the next day, he's, like, full-on possessed and he's trying to kill all the other guys. So long story short, the devil possessed Jonah Hill.
What? Okay, no. Okay, so when he pisses, he doesn't close the door. He's like a caveman. Like, my dad is literally a caveman.
I think he's just, like, kind of in the mindset, like, this is my house, So, like, if I want to piss with the door open, I can, and you're going to deal with it. But, like, which I wouldn't really mind, except it's kind of loud. So, like, you're in
you hear that, and you're like,
room trying to watch TV or something, and it's just, yeah.
He's just kind of like a big force,
Mm-hmm.
Like a big persona, like a big, loud man,
He's such a man.
Like, he'll just fall asleep in the living room, and he has the worst sleep apnea ever. Like, shakes the walls with his snoring. Like, and, like, I can hear it through, like, the walls, and like, you're trying to watch a movie, and, like, then he just falls asleep, and you literally, like, it's like a vacuum. Like, that's how loud it is. Yeah, he's just kind of, like, ignorantly obnoxious.
He just yelled something, and I can't tell what
That's that ignorant obnoxiousness right there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Avatar: The Last Airbender had a lot of good philosophies in there.
Okay.
I just saw the DVD, so.
Dude, I think they're making like 6 Avatar movies. Like the Blue Man. They're making like 6 of
Isn't
them.
there only like 1 right now, though?
Mm-hmm.
So they're planning to make 5 more.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, Endgame beat us. We can't take this.
Well, no, that's been like the plan since the first one came out. That was like
Jeez.
James Cameron's plan. There's going to be 4 in total, so they're making 3 more.
Oh,
They have
wow.
3 more planned. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, they're making a new like The Last Airbender series for Netflix, and it's going to be live action. Which, you know, the live action movie was awful, so we're all like, oh, that's going to be bad. But apparently, like the original creators of the show are going to work on the Netflix one, so that should be pretty good, I think.
Yep. What else? A third person really helps. That's why I want to have guests. I want to have like weekly guests. But people are so flaky. Like people in general, like most people are flaky. Like, no man, I got something else tonight. I got Boy Scouts. I'm sleeping right now. I'm at work.
That's one thing that bothers me. Like, if a person doesn't want to do something, just say so. Like, I went to a party this Saturday, and, like, a couple people were invited. And they're like, and by the way, these people are not Jewish. But they're like, this Saturday is the whatever. And we're all like, what the fuck? And they're like, it's a Jewish holiday. And, like, they weren't even trying to come up with anything realistic. They were just, like, bullshitting excuses. But, like, obviously... And it really made me mad. Like, just say you don't want to come, you know? Yeah, I think it was...
Yom Kippur? Or...
Maybe.
But that's not... That's the 31st. I'm not Jewish,
I
but
don't know, man.
It's Yom Kippur, so... I gotta keep the Sabbath.
Just say you don't come, you know? Like, I'm not gonna be mad. Just... It makes me more mad when you try to, like, be like, oh, but it's...
The fakeness of people.
Yeah.
And they teach that in school. Like, in business class, we were told to, like, if you didn't like your employer and you're, like, at an interview, if you didn't like a past employer, you didn't say, like, oh, I don't like that past employer. Say you had, like... We were told to lie. And say, like, oh, we had conflicting management styles or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know, like, if I were an employer, like, I can really appreciate when people can just be casual. Like, super professional things like that. Like, we disagreed on certain management issues. Like, I'd be like, bro, just say you, like, didn't get along. You know? Like, I wish people could be more real like that. We disagreed on certain
management issues.
Like, you know, just act like you're talking to another person. Which I know with some people like that professionalism. So, you know, like with Desmond, you know, you would want to keep that sort of professional sense because she likes professionalism, you can tell. But, like, if I were an employer, you know, I wouldn't really like that. I just want you to talk to me like I am, just a person.
Like, have you seen Step Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rogen, like, when they're interviewing for the jobs and they're in tuxes and then everyone's, like, not hiring them. And then goes Seth Rogen, he's like, all right, you guys are pretty cool. Like, you're wearing the tuxes. I'm seeing what you're doing here. It's pretty funny. It's like, I just want 2 guys to hang around with. Like, that's who I want to be employed by.
I want to try to work at a movie theater when, like, I can. Mainly gotta wait till I turn 16 so I can get my license. And hopefully my car will still be working at that point. Because my car's kind of flaky. So I don't really trust it.
Dude, it's so, like, amazing. Like, if your car doesn't start every time, but then it does, it's great. That feeling is like, it happened. But if your car does start every time and then it doesn't, you're like, oh no, I'm gonna be late. It's a funny little thing of life. What else? Dude. You know what grinds my gears?
That phrase.
That phrase, and also, so the calendar we go by, the Gregorian calendar, I think. Well, the 9th month, September, is Sept means 7. October, the 10th month, means 8. November, the 11th month, means 9. And December, that's for September, they added 2 months after the kings, or no, the Roman emperors, Julius and Augustus, so July and August. But that messes everything up. That messes, like, they should have added July and August. Like, so September should have been July, right? And December should have been what is October. And then they should have just made what December is now August and July. So, because now the numbers are messed up and it really just bugs me. It sucks that there's so much stuff like in America and the broader world, like systematically, like just how things evolved. Like there's a lot of mess up stuff and you know that you can't change any of it.
Because it's just accepted.
Because it's rooted in the system, just like how things are built upon.
It's like, really, I think America should switch over to the metric system, but because everything is the, like, is it called the customary system? Like, we can't really change it because we're just so set in the customary, and it would be so hard. Because it's so big. It would be so hard to switch over.
I don't know. I kind of like the customary system because it's like different, you know. It's like American. Like we don't need no commie numbers. America. There's like a lot of toxic patriotism out there. Because when you say America, you're basically saying boo everybody that's not America. You know? What else? Dude, I still can't get over how nothing doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
Because everything is matter. And so, like, there's nothing that's not matter. Except black holes. Black holes are, like, the only thing that's really nothing. Yeah.
Black holes really confuse me because it's so hard to wrap your head around like nothing, you know? Are wormholes a real thing?
Wormholes?
Yeah. Because I think they are. But I haven't heard anything about them since like, I don't know, probably Phineas and Ferb or something showed it.
I don't know. The thing is like, you're never going to interact with a wormhole. So why even think about this? Like theoretical physics, like it's like theoretical. So it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, but it's fun to think about.
It is fun to think about.
Because, like, wormholes, from what I've seen in the cartoons, you know, it's like you get sucked in and it's just like rainbows basically surrounding you, right?
I don't know if that's it.
I mean, that's what you see in the cartoons. So I'm like, I almost wonder if they're made up and somebody was just like on acid and was like, hey.
Well, I think wormholes are like two black holes connected, right?
I don't know.
And like shoot you out, like you go through it really fast. Like a big tube.
I just know what I've seen in the cartoons, dude.
And that's all you know.
If If it wasn't in like Scooby Doo, I don't know, dude.
Well, we're out of time. That's it. Bye.